Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to tonight's episode, Dogman Stories Episode 6, Super Soldiers. We have some very interesting stories tonight, and many of them tie in together, which is great. Also, before we get started, I want to tell you guys I have apparel and hats coming for Dogman Stories fans. If you would like to purchase them to make it easier on you and me, go click the support button on the Dogman YouTube page under Support This Channel. Donate $15 and click on Add a Comment to be recognized, and just put what you want to purchase. A hat, which all size fits all, or a t-shirt, and put the size you need. The hats will be ready in 2 weeks, and there's a picture of them on the intro, and the shirts will be ready in 3 weeks. As soon as I get a picture, I'll put them on the intro. I did it this way to save you guys some money. I'm not in it for the money, I just want the truth out there, and it's free for me on advertising my channel by you guys wearing my shirts or hats. Now for $15, it covers tax and shipping. So that's it. $15, no hidden fees nowhere. I just really wanted to do this so that way you guys could get it as cheap as possible. Later on, I will have more apparel such as hoodies and sweaters, and even bumper stickers and decals. I want to let you guys know that when I do, I will definitely let you know. Also, I'm having a contest for a $50 Visa gift card for you guys. On every 10th episode, I will choose a winner. So for episode 10's contest, the rules are: you must be subscribed to the channel, which many of you may already be. You must watch and click the like button on episodes 1 through 9. Also, you must purchase either a t-shirt or a hat. Now, this is a one-time thing. Like I said, we will do this every 10 episodes. So, once you purchase a hat or a t-shirt, you never have to buy one again. You will be eligible for all contests on every 10th episode as long as you meet the other requirements. Watch the videos, like them, and be subscribed. I'll give you guys one example so you understand. If you bought a t-shirt anytime during episodes 1 through 9 for the contest, on episode 20, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, which you may already be, watch videos 10 through 19, and click the like button on each video. And that's all you have to do, because you've already bought a shirt, so you don't have to buy another one. So those are the rules of the contest. Now, this is an ongoing contest from now until the end of the year. As of now, it could change, but I'll let you know. So I hope you guys enter the contest and enjoy the show. Without further ado, Episode 6, Super Soldiers. I'd like to start off with a few letters I received from some listeners that kind of tie into the story. First off, a letter from Garrett. I grew up not too far from Wilkes County, North Carolina. Also, my wife may have seen a dogman at her parents' house. I remember as a kid, I could not keep a cat around. Every time I got a cat, a couple months later, they always disappeared. But that could have been nothing. Maybe they just ran away. Have you ever heard of the Santer? I haven't until I started researching the Dogman. Apparently around the 1890s in Wilkes County, North Carolina, some strange animal was going around killing pets and livestock. Reports varied on what the creature looked like. People reported a black cougar to a shepherd-looking dog to a cross between a bear, a wolf, and a bobcat. Supposedly, they even killed something that resembled a large shepherd dog in Elkin, North Carolina. But that could have been a folklore or a lie, and just said to ease the public. What do you think? Well, Grant, I have not heard of a center, so please email me more on that, and I will do some research myself. Also, you are correct knowing how the government and the authorities are. They could have just told people that it was dead when it really wasn't. And I'm glad you mentioned this, Garrett, because tonight's story will touch base on the topic of the government lying to the people about dogmen. Thanks for sending this in, and if you can, get back to me about your wife's encounter. Also, I have one more letter I'd like to read. This letter comes from Andrea Myers. It's called Dogmen Soldiers. Many years ago, I was told by an old man while I was doing some dogman research that a military lab had somehow created 5 dogmen and somehow they escaped. The good news is they had trackers in them. The bad news is a town 5 miles from the lab is where the creatures headed. Not far behind was the soldiers assigned to retrieve the creatures. By the time the soldiers reached the town, everyone in the town was dead. Women, men, and children slaughtered and half eaten. The creatures were still there, so the soldiers killed all 5 of them with special weapons, removed the dogman bodies, and burned the town to the ground with chemicals that burned so hot nothing was left. The government covered it up. The only reason I know this is because the old man was there to kill the beast and told me all about it on his deathbed. And they are making more of the dogmen. So beware, America. The rogue government is releasing them a few at a time in our national forest. So beware next time you go into the woods and you see military vehicles with cages. And remember this, it isn't the first time this has happened, and it probably won't be the last. Thanks, Andrea. I know exactly what you are talking about. Now, I don't know if you're talking about the same one, the one down south, or a different one, but after tonight's show, maybe you'll know if me and you are talking about the same thing. So thank you. The main story for tonight's show is the interview with Donald Colman. Hello, my name is Donald, and I have been listening to all 5 episodes of Dogman Stories. I too have encountered numerous dogmen. You can catch my story at dogmenencountersradio.com, episode 71. The government on a federal level is covering up these dogman murders. It's part of a rogue government plan to terrorize citizens who don't accept the plan of the New World Order. When I worked for the U.S. Census Bureau in 2010, they sent out teams to count everything associated with your property and know the exact footage to the street you live on, the main roadway, and the highway. When FEMA Roundup begins to take whatever color-coded sticker is placed on your mailbox or home by the Census Bureau, you will be killed on site or taken to a FEMA prison camp to take the mark of the beast, 666. Dogman is the New World Order's mascot enforcer, and it has a computer chip inside its brain that can have commands sent to the dogman's brain to begin slaughtering people. As I believe it has already begun, the dogman killing spree seems to be happening all over the U.S. As of right now, the Appalachian Trail in Georgia. Forest rangers are finding a lot of people ripped apart and torn to shreds on bike trails. Not just a few here or there, a lot of people, every other day. But you won't hear about it on the local news. Why, you ask? Because the government is involved. And the government is a cover-up. When the government's involved, everything out of their mouth is a lie. And they are nothing but trouble. Since when has a bear or a coyote ripped people's arms and legs off? or decapitated a full-grown man by stabbing their claws in his heart and ripping upward until his head is torn off. Never. And you will never hear about it because they do not do that. But a Dogman does. Dogman will even kill a Bigfoot. From what I've been told, the vital organs on this Dogman, which I believe is engineered by the government, are located to the right, not the left, and silver bullets will kill it. Silver reacts with a compound in the Dogman's body, acting as a poison to the Dogman. Also, I would like for everyone to pay close attention to fables and folklore. All the stories originated from actual true events. One particular story that has piqued my interest was Michael Prince, aka James Casbolt. James Casbolt was a CIA candidate who was under a mind control experiment at a very early age. Later, he became a trained assassin all over the world. He has done some documentaries where he discusses Dogman and how Nazi scientists were taken out of Germany in World War II and taken to an underground military base located in the mountains in the Four Corners area where they could launch their version of the Dogman. And the rogue government began to unleash their version of the Dogman into our national forest and our wildlife refuge area. Thankfully, David Smithson's 411 books have shedded light on what is going on in our national forest, so people are aware now. Michael Prince began assassin back then when the government had him under control. But even Michael Prince, being an assassin, still could not handle what the government was doing, and most importantly, what they were doing to human beings. Michael witnessed a 4-year-old girl wearing a purple dress put into a cage with an 8-foot-tall Dogman and heard her screams as the Dogman ate her alive, with cameras rolling and witnesses watching it unfold before their very eyes. Real live people were forced into cages with Dogmen and were torn to shreds and eaten alive, with witnesses watching every time from a video screen as if it was a science project. I might could understand goats or pigs, but humans? How could anyone stop and watch something like this? How could anybody stand by and watch this? And the 4-year-old little girl, she was no criminal. So they can't